Hi, everybody. This is QB here. You've seen me on the Teddy Mac show. And on that show, I told you that I was going to start my own platform. And this is it. Um, this platform is going to be for the ladies. Now, I would probably ask Teddy Mac and some other guys to come on so we can get a male's perspective, but this is mainly going to be for the ladies. So today, what I want to talk about is normalizing marriage. Um, I really wish that we get back in the habit of normalizing marriage, and how good it is for family, right? Um, me growing up. Well, let me give you a little history about me. I never been married. I have one child, and I I grew up around older people. Right, my parents was older parents. My mom was 44 when she had me, and my dad was 40. So I grew up around older people, and I've seen older couples. Right, I've sat down and talked to the wives and listened to all their trials and tribulations, but you can still see that love within them. You can still see how he looks at her and how she looks at him, and it's just I've always found it fascinating how love grows, even though you've been through the trial, because it's a history there, it's a story. Hasn't been all sunshine and rainbows, but they was able to make it through. They was able to, you know, make it through the other side, right? And now they've been married for 50 years, and it's a beautiful thing. And I love talking to older wives just to get some perspective, right? Um And I've always wanted to be married, but just never got there. So I wanted to come on this platform, and I wanted to talk to the ladies because we need to normalize it again. Now it's like marriage is a joke. People don't take it seriously, right? You hear people all the time. I've seen on social media people saying, "I want to get married. I want to get married," right? But I think what they really want is a wedding, right? I don't think they're really looking for the marriage part, right? Because the vows say through death to death do us part, right? Through sickness and health, and people don't get their part. So they just want to get dressed up and walk down the aisle, right? And have people, you know, shower them with love and everything, that they just want their day, right? But they're not really wanting the marriage, right? So I think we need to normalize marriage, right? And I wanted to get with the ladies because we need to start supporting marriage. We need to start, encouraging marriage, right? Um, I know it's not easy, and no one said it's going to be easy, but we need to normalize it again, okay? Because I still have that dream of getting married and actually getting married, right? Now also, I was a lot of things that I'm going to talk about. I'm speaking from my own personal experiences, right? I was the girl who went to school. I got a degree. I got a bachelor's degree, and wanted to get this marvelous career, making six figures, being CEO, and always said, okay, it'll come, right? And as I'm doing that, time is just slipping away. And time is a commodity that we do not have a lot of. So now I'm here. I'm 47 years old, never been married. And we need to, you know, get that back in there, right? So there's nothing wrong with chasing your career. There's nothing wrong with having a career, right? But don't let that be first, right? Let's make that something that you want to do with your husband, right? With your significant other, right? Let that be, y'all work together, right? Um, but some things that I see that we need to stop. First thing we need to stop is taking our clothes off. Why do we have to be half naked when we go outside? Don't have naked supposed to be inside, right? Like, When did it become okay to be naked outside? Why do we have to show the world everything we got, right? And then not only that, why are we just, let me put it this way. You meet this guy, right? Y'all go out. Every woman you meet, every woman you see, he done had dealings with them. He done slept with them. Every woman. How would that make you feel? Hmm. So think about it in reverse. This man, this man know that you done spread, you done showed the promised land to everybody, right? And you done gave it to everybody. So it's like, why, right? A man wants a woman who he can have to himself, right? So in my journey, I used to always say that I want a man. I want a man who is going to be there for me and, and only me, right? And I really didn't understand it, right? Basically, what I'm asking for is that covering, right? From a man who I can depend on, right? Because let's be honest, ladies, we can go out there and get that career, we can get the house, we can get, you know, everything we ever desired, and come home to an empty house, right? I know for me, the last snowstorm, it was not fun me going out there shoveling my snow out the car. I didn't like that, okay? I, I would rather have someone who would do that, right? Who, without ask, want to, right? Because that's my lady, I'm going to do it, right? Someone who is going to take care of everything, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about finance because all these little girls now talking about is, oh yeah, I want somebody who can finance me and all that. So they're looking for a financee, not a fiance. They're looking for somebody who can support them financially, but they're not thinking, right? They're not thinking about the fact that a man is much more than that, right? A man is supposed to be a protector and a provider. But listen, okay, you have to be a woman who he wants to protect and provide for, right? So we have to, let's recalibrate, right? I've heard um, women talk about being submissive, and I can't be submissive to no man. Why not? Right? If you was to just take a step back and look at the whole scope of things, you'll realize being submissive is not being a maid. Being submissive is not a negative thing. Being submissive is trusting your man. That's what being submissive is, right? So, but the first thing we need to do, ladies, is we need to look at us, right? Let's look in the mirror and start respecting ourselves. We don't have to take our clothes off. We need to leave something to the imagination. And another thing, if I hear one more time that this man on a first date got to spend $300 on you for the first date, I'm going to scream. Where did that come from? What happened to the first date being romantic and y'all getting to know each other? First of all, I don't even like steak. So first of all, spending $300 on a first date, that man is very irresponsible. Why? Okay. Even if he had it, why? What? He's not getting to know you. He's trying to buy you, honestly. I My idea of a first date is taking a walk to the park, right? By the water, and we're sitting there, we're talking, and we're having a good time, we're laughing, and we're getting to know each other. That is a beautiful first date. Makes your heart glow, right? Because you're actually getting to know this person. You're actually taking the time out to talk to this person, listen to this person. Keyword, listen to this person, right? And getting to know, if you two are clicking, right? And becoming friends. Now, being friends is basically, I'm going to get to know you and you get to know me, right? And the idea of being friends personally excites me. Why? Because I get to learn this person and they get to learn me, right? I love to learn. Learning to me excites me. I love to learn something new every day, right? And I used to tell guys, and still will tell guys that who I date, if you ever want me, right, you have to know me, right? So you have to stimulate my mind before you can ever stimulate my body, right? Because I love to learn, right? I also love to listen. I love to ask questions. That's what I do, right? Anybody who knows me knows that's what I do. I ask questions, right? And based on the answers that I get, determines how I'm going to use the information you're giving me, right? So that's just the way that is. But having those talks and really getting to know each other before we decide to jump into a relationship, right? Because honestly, and let's be honest, this is a platform of honesty. So let's be honest, ladies. Being intimate is so much better when you're intimate with someone you know, right? Not someone you know their name. You know them. You're getting to know them, right? It is so much better because they're not just making love to your body, they're making love to your mind, right? And you trust them, right? You trust them to just take care of you, mind, body, and soul, right? So it's much better. So it's okay to be submissive now because I trust you. I trust you to do what's best for me, right? And I'm gonna do the same, right? It's give and take, right? Because I heard this saying blew my mind, right? I actually had to think about it, but it blew my mind. A woman is a man's weakness, right? And a man is a woman's strength. Now, somebody else said that's not me saying that. I've heard that from someone. I can't remember who I heard it from at a particular moment, but it's not mine. I heard that from someone. And it blew my mind, right? If you think about it, right? We can be a man weakness, right? Because he loves us, right? So, he's going to do whatever he can for us. And in turn, he will be our strength, right? So for a woman who has been single for a very long time, it is refreshing to have someone who I can that can help me make decisions, right? Who I can talk things out with, right? Instead of me having to make all the decisions by myself. So if it's the wrong decision, it's on me, right? But having someone who I can actually talk it out with them and they actually give me good information and because they looking out for the best interest of me. It's a beautiful thing, right? So you want to hold on to that, right? And again, being submissive will just come naturally. So some things that I live by is I love, right? I love the idea of being in love, right? And for me, love means honesty, trust, honesty, respect, and communication. Okay. Without trust, what are we doing this for? If I can't trust you to do anything, right? He keeps saying, "Oh, I'm gonna go cut the grass. Grass still high. Can't trust him to do anything, right? He just talk out the side of his neck, right? And not honest, right? Y'all don't have good communication, and there's no respect. You don't have any love. So if any piece of that is missing, there is no love. Okay. Now I am a God fearing woman. Um, and I know that in a hierarchy of things, it is God first, the husband, the wife, then the children, right? And so the last thing I want to do is dishonor God, right? So, the devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy. Being deceitful, you know, you have ladies that will have that work husband. The guys have that work wife, being deceitful. I'm going to the store, but you're going to the store to meet that man, right? Or you going to work to be with your work husband, right? You're being deceitful. That will kill a relationship quickly. Okay. Because once it's found out, it's found out. Okay. Lies. If you have to lie, what are you doing it for? I used to tell people all the time the last person I lied to was my mother. And that happened when I was a kid. Okay. So I don't do the whole lying thing, because if I have to lie to you, it just, first of all, I'm not lying to you. I ain't got time for no lie. Because you know what, lies, you have to remember the lie, and then you got to keep lying. And me, my memory not that good. I'm going to forget. So I'm not doing the lying thing. I ain't got time. And if I found out you lied, then there's going to be an issue, because now I can't trust you. And again, that's go that love thing is this falling apart, right? So when you lie, you steal. You steal people options. You steal people time. And again, time is a commodity you don't have a lot of, right? So it's very valuable, right? You steal people. You steal peace when you lie, right? So why do it? It's pointless, right? And then cheating. Cheating will destroy relationship, period. Cheating will destroy a heart. Cheating will destroy a person, right? Cheating can destroy minds, right? Bodies and souls. Cheating just takes away everything, right? So those are the three things I just don't do. I'm not going to be deceitful. I ain't got time to lie, and I don't have time to cheat, right? Because again, I'm a God-fearing woman. Now, I don't mind the rapture, right? But I don't want the wrath of God, right? We not doing that, because if God bless me with someone for me that everything is good, and we're doing good together, then I'm going to nourish that, right? And I'm going to nourish that by being honest. I'm going to nourish that by being a lady, right? We need to bring back classiness. We need to bring back elegance. We need to bring back gracefulness. Gracefulness is what I'm saying. We need to bring back being a lady, right? Instead of being in a club, how about you cook that man something that he can eat, right? Now, I done seen on Facebook these women and they cooking stuff, and you don't even recognize it. So you know you're not gonna eat. If you ain't gonna eat it, why you feeding that to that man? Okay. And then this is I was about to go into the whole cooking thing, but that's gonna be uh, another another recording. But cook for that man. You want to clean. You want to be a lady, because see, what ladies forget is that man has to go out in the world, right? He does all the heavy lifting. He protects, he provides, he's making sure the house is good, the cars are good. So the least you can do is cook for that man. Have that man a good meal waiting for him when he come home, right? Have that man make sure the house is clean and the children are fed, and he's fed, and he get to, take him a shower and wash off the day. You know what I'm saying? Give that man some good loving. You know what to do, right? Hopefully you know what to do. But if not, that'll be a topic for a different recording. But yeah, you know, and then let that man, relax and get his mind right, because guess what? He gonna go to sleep, have to do it all over again, right? So if that man is being good to you, be good to him. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you ladies, right? 2024 has been a year of renewing for me, right? It's been a year of changing minds, right? I used to think I knew a lot, right? But I realized I didn't know as much as I thought I knew, right? And that the way I used to look at things wasn't the way it was actually being, the way it was, right? And I'm gonna be honest with you. Yes, it was a man who, let me make sure you understand, it was a man, okay, who made me realize these things, right? And it come to pass. It's not like he just told me something and I believe. No, what he told me actually happened, right? So, and it's happening. So what I'm telling you, I got from a man. Because again, I told you I was that woman who was out there chasing a career and this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, I was still missing something. I was missing. I had a void there. I had my daughter, and people, I had my friends and my sisters, but at the end of the day, I came home to me. And as much as I wanted to deny, you know, being lonely, that's exactly what I was lonely. And I want to share this with you because we have a habit of we get lonely and we just go for the first man who gives us some attention. We're not going to do that. We're going to actually take our time to get to know this man, right? Because some males are not men, right? They pretend to be something, but then they're really not, right? Talked about that before, right? But when you find a man who you can talk to and he listens, right? But not only that, you can listen and he just fills you with information that you can use and grow from. It's a wonderful thing, right? And yes, that's what my friend does for me, right? He gives me information, and I'm telling you, I can just listen to him all night, right? And I have listened to him all night. We have so many similarities and differences, right? It's not like I agree with everything he says, right? But majority of things that he says, it's very it's the better me, right? He helps me look at things differently. So I want to listen, right? So it once you find that, right, you want to hold on to it. You don't want to push it away, right? And I know you ladies, some of you ladies have that habit of just pushing men away because you're scared, right? It's okay to be scared. It's okay to be cautious. That's why I said listen. That's why I said have that conversation with him and listen to what he's saying to you, right? Ask questions and see if he can give you responses that make sense that you can utilize, right? it it's so important, right? It's so important to just have that part, right? Because again, you may run into that representative who's going to feed you a bunch of dreams, and that's all he got, right? So you want that man, you want to listen. So I can't say it enough. Listen, okay? Stop talking. Let's put some clothes on and listen, right? Now, again, this platform is going to be also documenting my journey, right? Because again, 2024 was it was a hard year. Oh my goodness. I have so many different topics I want to talk to you about. Um it was a hard year, and it was a year of me just seeing things differently, right? And so I want to share that with you. And I want to talk with you. And as I learn, I want to share with you. And as you learn, you share with me. And we grow together as a community of ladies, right? Now, mind you, just because you're a female does not mean you're a lady, right? And not to say you can't be a lady. You can be, right? Um, some of us just need some guidance, and we need, as ladies, we need to come together and help each other instead of trying to destroy each other and talk about each other and this, that, and the third, right? Let's work together. Let's bring back true ladyship, if that's a word. I mean, let's bring that back, and let's work together and build each other, right? um that's going to help us all, because once we find that joy within us, right, that true happiness that's in us, right, then you'll be able to share with your significant other, right, um your friend. Right? And don't be scared of that word friend. It's okay, right? You want to be friends because friendship is the foundation. That's what you need, right? Because the relationship may not work out, right? And trust me, I'm speaking from experience, right? I used to tell people all the time, hey, if we're together and we're not together no more. We can't be friends. And I know how difficult it is. You may need some time to regroup, right? After the relationship is over, right? But honestly, I really feel, and this is something new for me too. So we're gonna walk through this together, you know. Um, you find that foundation, that friendship is that foundation, right? Then you want to build and grow. That's how it should be, right? So let's start with friendship, and don't be afraid of that word. And don't be afraid to let go. It's okay, right? You've been through a lot, and it's not going to all be bad, right? Again, I'm speaking for experience. This has been one hard year, okay? so, um, so again, I'm going to have many more videos, recordings. I would love to hear from you. By the way, before I go, because I got to get back to work. Yes, I'm working on Christmas Eve. It sucks, but it is what it is. Uh, before I go, I'm gonna talk about this topic too. Um, you find that good man, right? And you let him in your life, whether it's your husband or your baby daddy. I hate that saying, your baby daddy, right? Or whoever it is, and y'all have children involved. Please stop using children as pawns. Okay. If you have a good man around your kids, because I don't give a darn what nobody tell you, a woman cannot raise a boy. How? How you gonna show him how to use the bathroom? Tell me now. Show me how you gonna use how you gonna show him how to use the bathroom and you ain't got the equipment. All right, just check. Okay, so and I know it's gonna be some people out there talking, I can raise my son. Okay, this is my platform and these are my opinions. Hey, if that's you feel that's what you can do, but I'm telling you like this, right? We got a whole lot of grown males running around here, and they act more like females than they do males. Wonder where to get that from. Let's talk about it. Okay, we got a whole lot of males out here who still living at home with their mama, right? Because their mama is the one still taking care of them. Where they get that from? They don't even know the first on how to lead nobody nowhere because they still playing video games, right? They you still got to tell them to cut the grass. You still got to tell them to take out the trash. All I'm saying, we will go deeper into it on another that we I will go deep into it on another show, another recording. But if you have children and you have a good man in your life, he's dependable, he's respectful, he take care of the kids, you ain't have to ask him to do nothing, he's gonna do it on his own. Let's cut out all this BS with this child support and all this. Oh, he's not with me, so he can't see the kids. You're not doing nothing but hurting those babies. Okay? You're hurting a man too, but you're hurting those babies. And those babies don't deserve that. Why would you do that to the children? We will get deeper into it. I will get deeper into it on another recording. But I wanted to leave you with that. And it's to let you know this is the first show. This is the first recording, I should say, that I did. I will be doing some lives so we can talk together. But I want to do some recordings first, just to get a feel for it and everything, and to hear from you and to see if you would like for me to do some lives and for us to talk together. But most likely I will probably do some anyway. But but I will be having different topics. And if there's a topic you want me to discuss, or if it's something a question you want me to answer or whatever, or if you're like, hey Q, I want to do a live, get me on there, then just let me know, drop me a comment, and I'll be happy to set that up. All right. All right. So I'm going to get back to work before I get in trouble. And I will see you, and I look forward to hearing from you. Okay. Talk to you soon. Bye.